We go now to a developing story out of Coeur d'Alene tonight. Would you be comfortable sending your child off to school without his or her phone, even in high school? The Coeur d'Alene School District is trying to balance classroom focus with student safety. KXLY4's Caroline Rourke working for you tonight with the district's latest plan for cell phone use and what the community has to say about it.
Aaron, technology can be a very useful tool in education, but as this district has seen, it does come with its challenges. And as you mentioned, this isn't really about finding finite answers, but about finding a balance that aids the entire education community. A string of social media threats made at Lake City High School sparked a discussion.
Our school board wanted to look at our existing policy and procedures and look at ways to tighten up what we're doing in the classroom.
Cell phones and social media aren't going away. So what role do schools play in regulating their use?
To me, this is really a big topic, and I think it's one that should certainly be talked about.
The Coeur d'Alene School District tried a zero-tolerance cell phone policy in the past. Tech Director Seth Dennison said a new policy won't necessarily ban cell phones in schools.
I'm thinking about, what kids are doing it online and how they're interacting with technology and what is the impact that has on them.
Instead, the school board will look at how a cell phone could be used in a classroom with teacher discretion for educational purposes. Do cell phones belong in classrooms or school hallways? What about lunchrooms? The school board will also try and delve into the confusing business of distinguishing cell phones themselves and social media.
That's where the education piece again kind of comes in, is helping our students to be good digital citizens.
As part of the process, the district sent out a survey about the cell phone policy, and it returned over 2,000 responses. Over 700 of those were from students. In that survey, over 60% of staff said they feel phones are a distraction. The majority of students who responded said phones were either a communication device or a learning tool. Most parents were split between viewing phones as a communication device and a distraction. In comments given by those who were surveyed, some staff members argued that phones do have the ability to get in the way of student learning, but that a ban on the devices was and would be a nightmare to enforce. Many parents stressed the need for a means to communicate with their children in the case of an emergency. But many of them didn't feel the same urgency about social media access during the school day. And students largely were not in favor of restricting cell phone use. One argued that they should at least be able to use their phones outside of the classroom and inside if a teacher okays it. The Coeur d'Alene Public School Board is looking at a draft policy as well as the results of this survey. They met about that at their meeting on Monday. They'll continue to discuss it after the holidays. And we've included a link to the full results of that survey on our website. If you want to check that out, that's at KXLY.com. In Coeur d'Alene tonight, Caroline Rourke, KXLY4 News.
Caroline, thank you.